All right, we're going to get started. It is 6:06. Don, would you be able to do roll call?
Yes. Gus? Joe?
Present.
Jennifer?
Here. Jonathan Bates.
Jonathan.
Present.
Yeah, both Ryan and Todd were both excused for tonight.
Okay, thank you. All right, so according to the agenda, we can approve last month's minutes first. Motion to...
Yeah, motion to approve?
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, great. Then minutes are approved. Thank you. Then we have two plans for, they're being submitted tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's anyone from the developers. No, okay. You never want to assume, but sometimes it makes sense. So tonight we are just voting to
Yeah, we're just
start the
accepting
process.
these for review. Both of them are fairly new submissions. Neither one of them has a comment letter out yet.
Okay. All right. So the first one is the CKPA LLC Townhomes and Laundromat. Anyone have comments, want to talk about it, or are we just sort of moving it along?
Is that the engineer give a description of what's?
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Just like,
So there, I think the plan has some residential units and a commercial unit with a laundromat. And I think the laundromat requires a zoning change or set variance, and let me see how many units.
your microphone's on if you want.
So, the plans were prepared by CNA, and let me see how, at the corner of Ash
and Wheeler.
and Wheeler. It's the same as the site that was Hiles, bar. And then it's proposing, is it 5 or 8?
I think it's 8.
So, let me see. So the corner, this is the corner of the back, and it's 8 townhouses and a block. And what's the zoning?
I don't recall what the zoning is there, but they were before the zoning board and got permission for the laundromat. The apartment, yeah.
Okay, so they have the zoning.
They have zoning, the apartments aren't allowed use in the zone, or the townhouses.
They're proposing underground storm water management parking lot of
So wait, this is Wheeler?
Yeah.
Yeah. Their driveway is on Ash.
This is Ash. That's Ash.
So it's just down the hill from,
Yeah, you know, make that little S curve.
yeah, I mean, the site's been, undeveloped, I guess it's Hiles.
Yeah, how's that?
Can we provide initial comments
Oh, absolutely.
on this? Okay.
I noticed, other than the trees shown here on the border, there's no landscape plan. And I didn't see a lighting
There
plan.
might be, oh, I don't know, I didn't go through all of them, I'm not sure. Usually the landscape plan's like the last page.
Okay, and then also crosswalks at the driveways. There's some area around the townhomes and the laundromat. It's not clear if that's going to be grass or plantings or what it is.
Yes, this is a really small, let me go through this set and see if there's,
Yeah, I didn't see a lighting plan, nor a plan specifically labeled as a landscape plan.
so the, you're showing some plants, it's an eight, I saw some plants in this EMS plan. But, drainage. Yeah, so usually for, let me see what scale is this thing. Yeah, so we, no landscape plans, no lighting plans yet. There's stormwater. They don't, right, they don't have any crosswalks or anything. They potentially have they don't have, so.
And one more question, the stormwater for the townhomes, does that connect to the underground detention system for the laundromat, or it's separate?
I don't see any separate system for that. So, yeah, there's not a separate system for it.
Does it tie in to the other system? Yeah, I wasn't clear on that.
I looked a little closely at it. It's not apparent that the townhouse is doing other than just drain out to the street.
Okay.
Just, so we expect to have a number of comments on this. So.
And there's 8 units?
Yes.
Gross footprint of 3,530 square feet, so that's pretty small. 150 square foot. Does that make sense?
No,
Does
it should be about 700.
it doesn't add up?
I'm sorry, not 700. Sorry, can you zoom in on this?
Yeah, that number doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that'd be 437 square feet if there are 8 units
Per floor.
per floor.
What the number is. So 120, so you have a calculator?
Mm-hmm.
So 128 times 27.6.
Okay, I missed the 0.6, but that gets us to just under 3,500 square feet.
Divided by 8.
Right. 432 square foot,
So that's it.
square feet footprint per unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a garage, it looks like, right? And they each have a garage in one space.
It's like what studio apartments.
No, I think they're multiple stories, so it does look like they're the 35-foot
Yeah.
So the first floor
height.
is like all garage. Garage and entrance room or something.
There are no elevations provided.
Floor plan.
Yeah,
Just a footprint.
Yeah, so if you have 128 divided by 8 is, what is that? It's
16.
16 feet, so 16 feet, you can get a one-car garage.
Yep,
And
and a
door.
stair.
And a
Door and a stair.
A door, one-car garage, so. It's, yeah, so these are pretty small. But, and it's not set up to be, as a subdivision, so these would have to be rental units. So they're not set up like condos.
Yep,
So they do,
I'm not sure.
small
At
town
least
style.
on that occasion, yeah.
So they just have like 900 square foot unit, the 2 floors.
I think it said the height was 35 feet, so more than 2 floors.
Well, if it had a garage, does it have?
I think the garage is at grade.
Right.
So garage, 2 floors above,
Garage and 2 floors.
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that how like the new, the Lace Factory, Lace Village, isn't that how they're set up? The townhomes?
Yeah. They're,
But they're bigger.
Right.
much
Right.
bigger.
That's bigger.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're trying to pack too many in small. I don't know, people want to buy them.
Yeah,
What were we saying?
Well,
or rentals.
Rent.
they're
that's it.
rentals.
Rent.
They're rentals.
They're the builders, they know what they're doing, right?
Yeah, you could. I imagine people may rent. But it seems like, they've got some things to work through. on their plan contract. But, we can do the detail review.
Okay.
It's good to get, as soon as they come in, get an overview.
Do we have any idea how many machines are going to be in this laundromat? I don't know how many machines fit in the 4,000 square foot.
So they're gonna have to get, sewage approval, and sewer
Mhm.
model, closed flow. So they're gonna need American water approval, and, I think it'll be a planning module.
Most definitely. Council already passed a resolution for it. We don't have the final module yet with all the calculations.
So at least they know. what
Yeah.
they've got. So this is a combined sewer.
Yes.
Yeah, so this connection, and besides the city's stormwater review, it's gonna have to get a connection approval from
Pennsylvania American
That's
Water.
where American Water.
Then they're gonna have to reduce by 25% the pre versus post water.
Right.
But I-
That's a requirement for any tie-in to the combined system.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
get what their concept is for the townhouses. Just that they're showing, provisions.
Right.
So, but I think they were still our report. And what is, so I think so this is, whenever accepted for review.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I do have a
Yeah,
question.
that starts the 90-day clock ticking.
Right.
I do have a question. So when this is, does any neighborhood, I've lived in Scranton now 3 years, so I'm not too familiar. Does any neighborhood have certain design standards that need to be adhered to for businesses? You know how you go to some communities and they're,
No.
We have no design
Except for,
guidelines.
the downtown has a historic district. Other than the historic district boundaries, it's the issues would be covered under the city's zoning ordinance. If you're in the historic district, anything, basically, just practically anything you do has to come before the historic review board for consistency with the neighborhood or the whatever particular building that is working on it next to. But the city, other than the city building codes, doesn't dictate like what color they paint or whether they have to put brick on the front and things like that. They would have like proper association or some other kind of, say, special district.
Okay.
Thank you.
We can, or any more comments, Just questions? Committee, from the general public? Okay. All right, then, if we're comfortable with it, we can put it up for a vote to start the process.
To accept the plans.
Accept
Yeah,
accept the
a
plans for
motion to
review.
accept for
A
review.
motion to accept the plans for review. I can put forth that motion. If I get a second.
I'll second it.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
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 The ayes have it.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Okay, next agenda item, Davis Street Apartments. So a plan that we reviewed last month. They're resubmitting seemingly the same plan to essentially restart the clock.
Yeah, yeah.
We looked at it and, if you have that to plan up, it's the same plan.
So Tom, could you speak in a microphone or something, so
Oh.
like that?
So the plan was submitted as the two apartment buildings on the corner of Cedar and Davis. And it's a resubmission, so it's like a new submission, but we've seen it before. It's the same layout as before. They've, it seems like they have addressed some of the technical comments, but we still need to do a detailed review. And, the stormwater calculations and the egress and the lighting, and, I think they've added a few things that were kind of like checklist type items, like addressing, FAA approval and I think, where are they at with the sewage approval,
They have all their paperwork, and I don't think we have it back from DEP yet.
Okay. So they have a sewage planning request that's been in to DEP. I think there was a comment came up before about the placement of the dumpster. I think the dumpster is still in the same place.
It is still in the same place, but I did talk to them about that, and they are looking for a better place for it.
And one of the things we're going to be looking closely at is the traffic pattern on the street. And so the street's 25 feet wide and currently has parking allowed on both sides. So it's the kind of situation where parking happens on both sides when there's an event at the event or service of the church. And it's the same thing in several locations in that neighborhood. And what happens basically is if cars are coming in both directions, they need to wait until the other car passes because you can't fit two parking lanes and two travel lanes in 25 feet. So we're going to be looking at that a little more closely, based on some questions we've gotten, from the Planning Commission and from the public about traffic patterns in the neighborhood.
Thank you.
I think it would be just accepting it for review as a new submission.
So the ingress and egress, that hasn't changed. So the issues about sight lines are going to continue.
Well, they have the same egress location on Cedar Avenue. They have put a sight line on the drawing as we had requested, but we're not sure that it is drawn correctly on this current submission. So I think we need to look at exactly what they drew on the sight line and what its implications are for for parking on that street.
You're welcome to provide any public comment if you'd like.
I just have a question. What's an egress?
It's a driveway.
The driveway. Yeah.
Driveway.
Thank you for clarifying.
Sure. All right. Well, if no further comments or questions, then we can, how do I phrase it again?
I'll make a motion to review, except for review.
I will second that. All right. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? No.
Nope. Okay.
Motion carries 4-0.
All right. Thank you. That's all the business we had on our agenda. If there's anything for the good of the committee or the public, anyone, housekeeping items?
Just a question, where do we stand with the solicitor?
That's a great question, and I don't have the answer to it.
Yeah, the law department is still, they got a couple resumes in, so they're still talking to a few people that expressed interest.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate asking, though. All right. For the motion to adjourn?
So moved?
I imagine the ayes have it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.